Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we have a patch week. But patch weeks are always good because there's a lot of stuff that does need fixed and tweaked. But this week we do have other stuff, there's a few reminders of the RuneScape, the first 20 years. So do keep in mind that is the retail edition is being moved from mid-October to November 9th, US, and November 11th in the UK. The publisher Dark Horse has hit a major shipping delay, so they were ahead and now it's actually pushed back a little bit. Something to kind of keep in mind. But that is rapidly approaching, so keep that in mind. They expect pre-orders to start leaving UK and US warehouses on October 19th, so that is pretty awesome. We have a few reminders. World Mental Health Day, the RAD, Rise Above the Disorder, Mind CPSL, and what is it, Blueprint for All. Don't forget, they have the special bundles, which are 1 stone of meditation with 2 charges that builds up as time goes on. 15 pulse cores, 15 cinder cores, 5 medium Protean packs, 10 Protean power-ups, 10 combat training dummies, 3 large skill dummy crates, and 1 death touch dart. There's also the Xbox Game Pass for the Ultimate. So, they teamed up with Xbox Game Pass to get you an awesome skilling and currency pack to help you kickstart your adventure. You have until the 28th, well, November 28th at that, to claim this. So do keep that in mind, and you have up until December 28th to redeem it. Steel Series. So you can still get the Steel Series 1. This is only available until codes run out. It's very time-oriented. It's completely free, too. All you have to do is just make an account with Steel Series. You don't have to purchase anything. But once you make an account, you can claim the key and then go from there. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can get Prime Gaming. And then if you have Prime Gaming, you have this, which is the Prime Aura and the currency pack containing 400 rune coins and 20 treasure hunter keys. So do check that out as well. We'll get the patch notes here in a sec. Upcoming live streams is Tuesday, October 12th at 1600 game time, Halloween event reveal, and JVM. So something I'll definitely be checking out. Hopefully you do as well. And community, we have something here that is really cool, kind of trippy, but really cool. I love the artwork for it. This is for RuneTube with Mr. Cathar's narrated RuneScape storytelling. And as you can see here, it does actually show Mr. Kathaar. So do check it out. That looks very interesting. I can't quite put my finger on what it would be about. It looks like something orc related, I think. I'm definitely going to check that out. We have up next, we have some awesome art. So this one is by Willowy. And they created this awesome description of the Jaxies and their favorite Majorette Azanadra. So making a quite fearsome combination. And we have the Pink Skirts event here, which is the Mega Duck Hunt, hosted by Steve 20058 and Mega Duck. Nice. Tuesday, October 12th at 2000 to 2100 game time, World 39, location is Spalador Park. Then we have the Mazcab Raids, hosted by Good Nap, Silence, Raid FC, and Boss School staff. And that'll be Saturday, October 16th at 1800 to 1900, World 71 at Mazcab. We have some screenshots here by the Scion Cyborg with the Dwarf Cannon. The hand cannon at that. Quite the fearsome looking weapon. And we have a nice shot of Profundus at the Max Guild by Snowy the Hunter. It looks like they have all their flags going. Looks like the tree might be hiding one. And then we have a nice picture of, I'm assuming Meteor and I Love Rack I'm assuming that's one of their avatars there talking to Gorvik. I believe Gorvik. So this week's shout out goes to the RuneScape Wiki. Of course, we all love the Wiki and we all use it very, very frequently. But now for the big bulk of it, patch notes. They said there's about 70 lines here. So improvements are the requirements to enter Warrior's Retreat. Players with level 60 combat or higher will be able to enter as standard. Players with a total level of 1000 or more will also be able to enter. Players need only meet one of the requirements, not both. Players now have a greater chance to receive elite clues using the scripture Bic. The chances of receiving easy, medium, and hard clues have been lowered accordingly. Fixes: Side of the Porter now places items from hunter nodes into the player's bank if their backpack is full. Potions added with the Croesus front can now be decanted by the appropriate NPCs. The Glacier front improvements: various changes have been made to the Archglacier's minions. The minions' health now scales based on the number of mechanics enabled. Improve visibility on minion type by adding their combat style to their names. Change spawn positions of the minions so they no longer obscure the boss. Added a very minor delay to the activation of the shield when minions spawn. No shield, though the shield no longer provides full immunity to the boss, but reduces all damage to 2%. This is to mitigate situations where the minions spawn with the boss on extremely low life, so just finish them. The unstable core, which is non-interactable, has been moved to the low priority level so as not to interfere with the minion click areas. The following places now contain the new Glacier model: the Slayer Skill Guide, Player and House Pet House, the player-owned Dungeon Slayer Codex. Examining Gladies will now show you the highest enraged kill you have completed. Fixes are: improve the volume of the combat sound effects during the Archglacier encounter. Updated the examine text of the glaciers and Glacier's front. Tsunami can now be added to the Archglacier's arms. The Archglacier's enraged percentage will now be displayed correctly. The Nodon front has a few fixes. Rejoining an instance after changing difficulty will now send the player to the correct mode. Closing an encounter with an escape key will no longer trigger the battlefield ability. Fixed an issue with the hitbox of Carapic's Lightning Strike attack. Mobile improvements are: the wilderness level indicator has been repositioned to the right of the chat box for better visibility. Mobile fixes are: resolved an issue where the red square was present on the big interface banner on the mobile devices that have tall aspect ratio. The plus icon is no longer partially cropped by mobile lobby. The Bond's icon is no longer partially cropped on the mobile lobby. The prize information interface is now positioned correctly. Closing the bag of materials interface no longer shows the achievement interface. Drop downs are no longer out of line with the buttons on the device with a left-hand safe area. Numeric text is now correctly positioned in the mobile lobby. Other improvements are: the Tsunami ability can now be cast at primary targets more than 4 tiles away, respecting the player's attack range. Secondary targets will still be selected in the area in front of the player. The current model for the animations of Handibus will now appear in the quest prior to Desperate Measures. Updated Handibus's model and animations in the Fate of the Gods. Tanya and Berthorpe Tanner has come out of hiding. The Distracted achievement now lists the D&Ds required to complete it. And other fixes are: the female chat head will now display correctly with the Battle Sport armor equipped. Uncovering mysteries no longer sends multiple chat messages. Tooltip bound to runespan overlays no longer overextend to the right. The Mallory boss pet's idle animation no longer causes FPS drops. Fix multiple issues in the Kindred Spirits quest. players will no longer receive notification about Juju farming potions after running out of Perfect Plus potions. This issue was caused by drinking Perfect Juju potions, Juju farming potions immediately after, before a Perfect Plus potion. Ralph will now correctly grant additional beans when sold a breed that meets his request. Players can now catch butterflies with the sheathed butterfly net in Legacy mode. The augmented crystal fishing rod will no longer display cogs while fishing if hide cogs on augmented items is toggled off. While hunting, players will now require 2 free backpack slots when collecting captured animals from box traps. Players will now correctly receive any damage queued for during delays. The extended super anti-fire potion icon will now disappear when the buff timer runs out. The name of the buff timer will stay the same when relogging. Subtitles in the Ship to Anachronia cutscene are no longer cut off when players are in full screen mode. The Guardian of the Armadillos dialogue now changes after completing Sliske's endgame. Players can now reliably retrieve the Black Arm Gang half of the Shield of Arav from the cupboard in their hideout. Drinking the anti-fire potion that overrides an active effect will now correctly update the buff bar. The debuff which prevents players from drinking adrenaline potion will no longer be applied after channeling adrenaline crystals and relogging. Partially fix the misaligned header text in the control tab when resizing the game window. The extreme rune crafting potion will disappear from the buff bar after it expires and the player has logged out. Performing the shock emote will no longer cause the player's Avatar's hand to clip through their head. The players will no longer receive double XP after one party member leaves the game at the end of a dungeon floor. Fix an issue with Cinder Cores, and fix a rune coin display in the lobby. And that's actually it for this week, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the patch notes this week, so thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, later, guys.